Hi everyone, it's me Giovanni, and today's video is going to be about Five Nights at Freddy's. Yay! So, I watched Impulse Evan's video about the Didophobia story, and how Fnaf 4 was handled during that time, and Rytoast's video about the Crying Child. And I actually like those videos. I was a bit wary of the Didophobia video from Impulse Evan, but from watching it, I can actually understand. And it makes sense. So okay, the nightmare animatronics. They are real-ish, but they're not mannequins, or at least in my opinion. They're actually plushies, especially from the original game, the original context of Fnaf 4, and like the night gameplay. And either by illusion, either by turning into the nightmare animatronics from illusion discs or hallucinogenic gas, or maybe both. I believe it's both. I mean, it might make sense, I think, but it's close enough. I mean, illusion discs were a big part of it being possible that the nightmare animatronics existence, and yeah, I'm fine with that. But hallucinogenic gas, it feels believable in a way. However, I would say that it would be both gas and discs. I mean, it sounds crazy, but it's whatever. And also, for Impulse Evan thinking that the Funtime animatronics were the nightmare animatronics, I mean, I understand where he's coming from with that, but I don't believe it because first off, Fnaf 4 was literally, sister location was like after Fnaf 4, right? After Fnaf 4 was made. Sorry. And the Funtime animatronics are literally in their like own facility. And the Fnaf 4 bedroom like experiment room is part of its own like separate area. So I'm just like, how in the literal hell can Funtime animatronics literally be in a different room from this facility that they're in? I honestly have no idea. And there are dots connecting to the respective animatronics, so it can be possible for the Funtime animatronics and the Nightmare animatronics to be the exact same things, right? No, it can't be. So the Nightmare and I can't. The Nightmare animatronics do exist, but they're plushies with illusion discs and hallucinogenic gas, or at least one or the other, or even both. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing both. I mean, it makes sense. It makes total sense. And maybe William Afton did experiment on his own child, his youngest child. But I don't know if I'm still willing to believe that, because in my mind, in my fucking mind that William Afton would never experiment or kill his own children. I mean this. Because even though William Afton is an absolute evil psychopath with, I don't know, no redeeming qualities in his mind whatsoever, I am pretty sure he would not murder or experiment on his own children. I mean it. What kind of person do you think he is? I mean, I understand that there are actual murderers who had families and who killed their own children. I get that. But William Afton? How? No, seriously, how? You have to be nuts to think about that. I'm not nuts to think about that. I would firmly believe that William Afton would never experiment or kill his own children. I mean it. Why do people think this way? Why? Have you lost your mind? There have been other things, and mostly regarding Fnaf 4. Fnaf 4 is still being theorized by this day, and I'm just like... Sorry. I'm getting sick and tired of it. Really. I mean, at least in Raito's video about Cassidy, he does say Cassidy as they instead of he or she, which honestly I'm quite grateful for, because we don't know that much about Cassidy, either if they or at least she is actually a girl or at least a boy. Because Cassidy is a gender neutral name, but Cassidy is most likely a girl. I mean, it's a popular girl's name, and Cassidy is confirmed to be female in the fourth closet. So I don't know how, how? Do people really believe that the vengeful spirit is still Cassidy? I firmly don't think so. I mean, due to other theories, like for example Andrew, some random child, the crying child, or David Murray. But David, no, I don't think so. Because even though I thought about it and it might make sense, I firmly don't think so. At least now. But the crying child, I mean, it's possible. I mean, if William Afton did indeed kill and experiment on the crying child, then yeah, that might actually make sense. But then again, the crying child is literally the crying child. He can't do anything. He's scared of his own father. He's scared of the animatronics. He's scared of being bullied by his older brother. And, well, I don't know what to tell you about that. Really. At first, I thought I saw a video about someone mentioning, Fnafology's, video about the time loop involving the Fnaf 4 minigames, and they actually agree with, that video, and, the time loop thing is mostly due to the whole, references from, Fnaf 1, 2, and 3, and I mean, yeah, I do actually agree with the time loop theory. I can barely even speak. Sorry. Anyways, I do believe with the time loop theory. It's possible. It's really possible. But as for, there was a theory by Tori Teod, and it's absolutely overwhelmingly bad, at least in my opinion. It's overwhelmingly bad. Very, very overwhelmingly bad. It's just him losing his mind trying to theorize what's really going on with Fnaf 4 and how people, especially ID Fantasy, believing that Fredbear's Family Diner doesn't exist, or the Fnaf 4 location of Fredbear's Family Diner isn't actually Fredbear's Family Diner. And I'm just like, what the actual fuck? What the actual fuck? Are people really going this crazy? Trying to theorize about Fnaf 4 in its entirety, especially relating to other games involving the Fnaf 4 universe. Nope. Not on my watch. So yeah, I am so sorry, Tori. Your theory is just plain awful. I can't. Why did you decide to lose your mind on that theory? Why? Do you think I'm blind? Do you think I'm deaf? I am not blind or deaf. I can clearly see from the Fnaf 4 minigames, especially due to the Fredbear animatronic, the posters on the wall, that it clearly is Fredbear's. You are an idiot you guys are idiots to think that Fredbear's doesn't actually exist, or is not the actual Fredbear's Family Diner in Fnaf 4. Like, okay, so if we had to go off of just 3 or 4 FNAF games, first 3 or 4 FNAF games in the timeline, then Fredbear's Family Diner in FNAF 4 is indeed Fredbear's Family Diner. Can you shut up? Can you shut the fuck up? Please. I do not want to hear another word about FNAF 4. Ever. Similar to Golden Freddy. I'm done. I am done with this. I am done with this shit. Why do people care so much about theorizing games that has already been theorized 100, and I mean 100 of times? I mean it. I absolutely mean it. It's driving me crazy. Also, there was a theory by someone, completely underrated, who made a video about the Crying Child's real name and it not being Evan or Dave. It's actually Adam. Adam Afton. I like that name. Adam Afton. I mean, that might make sense. Anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, stay at home. See you in the next video someday. Bye.